see somebody wearing purple, we beat their ass, man. You see a baller, shoot a baller.
My nigga.
Stan, you know, I miss the Go Street family, man. I'm thinking about being down with the family again.
The beef we have with the ballers is heating up. They're always a step ahead of us. Always.
Check this out. I got a tip from somebody. They're having a big drug deal tonight. It's gonna bring them a whole lot of money. It's finally gonna be our chance to get one step ahead of them.
The video games business is a corrupt industry
that sells and stows violence against its own people through vicious, violent video games. Isn't fantasizing about killing people as a way to get your kicks really the filthiest form of pornography?
filthy porn sowing violence. Come on, he's right to defend gun rights, but there's no good evidence that video games cause violence. I push back to both of you.
And John, and I appreciate that. Listen, I've had guns all my life. My father gave me my first gun when I was 9 years old. Everyone I grew up with had guns, but we didn't go around shooting people. And today, these young kids want to dress like the actors they see in TV or what they see in these video games, and they arm themselves with these rifles and guns, and they go out and they commit these killings. It is sick, and it's a cocaine. Our entire nation has become addicted to violence for entertainment, like the Romans.
You talk about all this stuff coming into our homes in the past 30, 40 years, and you're right, there's much more violence, it's much more horrible.
Yeah.
But crime is down. Yeah. Youth offenses are down. Maybe it's good for kids. We don't know.
John, I would say it's not good for anybody to watch murder. These video games, to me, are murder simulators is what they are. And it's very dangerous, John, very dangerous.
In Japan, they watch twice as many of these video games, and the murder rate is a fraction. You look at crime per 100,000 people, 10 firearm deaths in the United States, less than 1 in Japan, and so on. There's just no evidence that playing the games causes people to run around and shoot people.
John, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you that we do need evidence, okay? We need to have a national study of this, but yet we don't really have one underway at this time, as far as I know. That the President and Congress need to get behind and trying to find a way to curb violence. It's an epidemic in our country, and how do we stop this? We need God's help, John, we really do.
In the 1950s, the villain was the comic book. The Senate claimed comics were causing juvenile delinquency. And at one hearing, a so-called forensic scientist said one comic promotes sadistic fantasies to kids. That comic was Superman. I
don't know. And maybe those comic books did have a negative impact. I really don't know. But we don't know unless we have a study, do we? And our government is not focusing on that.
I can't imagine what more study we could have other than the fact that the games are more popular and crime is down. But thank you, Franklin Graham. When we return, we'll move from violence to sex. Should paying for it be illegal?
You've reached the national headquarters of the Catholic Church. No one is available to take your call. If you'd like to report sexual abuse...
Oh, yeah. There's powerful niggardry at work here.
Performing Gaming 420.